welcome to the Muse Talk. My name is Gadede Akusebafia. This episode is brought to you by Nino Arts for my beautiful shirt. Nino Arts, they're experts in painting, pencil arts, pen art, whatever the painting is, they will sort you out. Just call the number on the screen and you are sorted. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and do not forget to subscribe. We take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Hi guys, I go by the name ABC Mason and you are watching the Muse Talk. Stay tuned.
Hello everyone, my name is Nura Mohammed, known as Nura the Linguist. Keep watching the Muse Talk.
You are watching the Muse Talk. My name is Sebla.
Welcome back. It's still the Muse Talk. Today my guest is a bass player and a musician, and he goes by the name Samuel Ofori, popularly known as Chiku. Hello and welcome.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing very
I
well.
like your hair. Can I touch it?
You pay a fine, though.
How much?
$3,000.
Okay, that's too much. Welcome to the Muse Talk.
Thank you very much.
How have you been? How is work? How is band life like?
It's busy. It's exciting. Heartbreaks.
Heartbreaks?
Yeah.
Nothing girlfriend, right?
No.
Okay, great.
Heartbreaks.
I just needed to clarify
No.
that. But there's heartbreaks in band life too.
Yeah.
Tell me about it. I'm interested.
You have a team, and then someone is not available. There's a gig. You have to do this, and it's heartbreaking. Yeah. That's
So how do you put your team together?
Okay, so my current team, I've known them for years now.
Okay.
And the team before, I actually picked them from the universities.
Mm-hmm.
But my current team, I've known them for long. So we used to meet at gigs. Maybe the pianist is playing for an artist. I'm also playing for an artist. We meet, we talk. And we decided to just come together and just form a team.
Form a team.
Yeah.
But before the team, you are or were a bass player. How did it start for you?
I actually was a keyboardist.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How did it start?
Play at Medina Pentecost, IPS Assembly.
Oh.
Yeah, so
okay.
that was where I started from. My mom got a music teacher for me, but later on the guy wasn't serious. No, he wasn't serious. He'd come in and he'd play playing. This is like a 12-year-old playing piano. He wants to relate to something.
Mm-hmm.
He comes there, play this, blah, 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 then he goes and collects my mother's money.
Oh wow! So you're unable to learn anything?
I did, but it wasn't as efficient as it was.
Mm-hmm.
So I lost my uncle, who was a bass player, and I had a dream. He was teaching me how to play, and that was it.
Oh,
yeah.
That's how it started. So how is it going?
Good. Very good.
How do you call your band?
Urban Groove.
Yeah.
That's the name of my band.
Yes, but you have a production called
Kiahun Production.
Kiahun Production.
Yes.
Tell me about Kiahun
So
Production.
Kiahun Production is actually my dad's name.
Okay.
Yes, he is Liberian. And Kiahun means this is the way I will go. So this is the way I will go production.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
But if your dad is Liberian, where from the Ofori?
My mom is Ghanaian.
So you took after your mom?
Yes, he's Fanti. Fanti's
okay, from mother's side.
Yeah, mother's side. So.
How is it like growing up?
Life growing up, well, so I was born there. I grew up in Medina.
Okay.
Yeah, so it has always been, I came from a very average home.
Mm-hmm.
Uncles, aunties, mom, dad. It was just a regular home.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that they didn't want me to do music. Most of my family, even my cousins in the States, they either played keyboard or bass, but nobody was bold enough because say, hey, no, don't do it.
So how did you break out of that?
By faith.
Mm-hmm. You kept pushing.
Yeah, I kept pushing. So I've worked in a bank, I've worked in enterprise life insurance company. I've done corporate before.
Mm-hmm.
And actually I just wasn't fulfilled.
You're one of those people who fall sick when they're doing corporate.
Actually,
I can relate.
waking up in the morning through morning traffic, when you close, you have to,
It's rigid and
it's not even funny. So I remember telling my HR one time that I don't think this thing is good for me. Like, what you mean is not good for you? A young guy like you have to be doing this. Have you thought of the future? I said, yeah, I've thought about it. That's it.
So when you decided to break away from corporate and do music full time, weren't you scared?
I was.
Because obviously people say it's not lucrative. So weren't you thinking of how am I going to survive? How am I going to see this thing through?
At that point, the passion was high, and I really didn't think about how I was going to survive. It didn't even cross my mind. I just wanted to do it because I felt nice doing it. Like fulfilled. Like you go for a gig, you play. At the end of the day, you don't get paid.
But how do you feed?
Well, I was living with my parents.
Okay, so it wasn't really a thought.
No, it wasn't really a thought. No, not at all. So after I just come back home and my mom like, oh, go ahead, I'm like, oh, I went for a sister. No, don't do it. I don't want you to do it. So I kept pushing, and then I entered the university. And I was doing studio sessions from the university.
Okay.
I got a producer in the States who was giving me work to do. So I was always going to Western Union. I was at Pence. Just work there. At the end of the week, I'm taking like $300. So that was when now I said, okay,
this thing can pay.
It can pay. Yeah, so I was getting money from there. Then I started playing with bands. I got paid for that. Was doing gigs, doing hotel gigs, doing regular gigs. So then I started seeing the money. Yeah, I actually got my first car when I was 18.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have a different story when it comes to art. You have a different story because other people you speak with, they are still struggling, and they're like, okay, this art thing is going to pay one day. They're not really ripping now.
It would pay. Yeah, and that's what I just want to say. That if you're in the arts, don't think of getting paid now. It's more or less like an investment. People invest, okay, maybe 1 CD, 2 CD. Over time, you go and check it out and say, hey, so I have this amount. Or you had some investment, put some 5,000, taken off your mind, you go in and it's there. So that's just music. It's if you don't invest, you won't reap.
But when you started, was there a moment where no gigs were coming?
Yeah.
So then you're struggling. How did you go through that?
So you have to create good contacts. So when there are no studios, no gigs, you have studio sessions running for you, and you have to be good to be recommended for studio sessions, and you have to connect well. Take your connections very, very seriously. Because even now, if I'm there and I don't have no studio session, I could just make a call. Charlie, no studio session. So, you cry, yeah, something like that. They connect with the right people.
So it's all about networking.
Networking, that's it.
Now, let's talk about your band. Let's go into details. Urban Groove Band. Let's talk about how it started, and then how you actually picked your other instrumentalist, and what kind of gigs you play.
Okay, so Urban Groove is a regular band, but not your regular band.
Okay. Regular but not regular.
Yes. When I say regular, it's just a normal band. Charlie, we have a bass player, I have a trumpeter. But when it comes to the performance, you go like, gee, these guys are not your regular band. There's some bands you see them play, they play your cover song.
They play regular.
But when you see us play, we interact, we are happy, we are talking, laughing, interacting with people. So that's what a regular band won't do. So we started as I said, we were meeting at gigs and all of that. And I was like, Charlie, let's come together and do this thing. Like, oh, I'm busy, I'm this, I'm that. It wasn't easy to bring them together. And the thing too is, you have to, in a band, if you want to put a band together, you have to, as a team leader, you have to assure them of regular work.
Okay.
A band that would survive with the same team over time is because there's regular work. They know maybe Tuesdays we are playing here, Wednesdays we are playing here, Thursdays we are playing here. They know they are always working. But when you put it together and then you are not able to create that job opportunity, that's when the band will collapse. So I've been able to create regular work for them, be it external gigs, regular gigs, parties, whatever. I do that for them. That has kept us together. Yeah. So even there are times I can call the guys, Charlie, we have a gig or impromptu gig. So, but Charlie, tell me, but I go take some. But you see, you cancel
and come play for
and come and play for Urban, because Urban is regular.
Mm-hmm.
For wherever he's going to play, maybe could be one day, few hours, and then that's it. How much would they pay you? I don't know, but you are not going to spend the money over a month.
Yeah, or even a day.
Yeah. So I make sure in a week they have monies in their pockets that they know, okay, Charlie, I can save this, I can do this with that, I can do this with that.
Mm-hmm. So your band is Urban Groove,
Yeah.
though, but what other genre of songs do you play?
So we do Afro, we do hip life, high life, funks, jazz, cover songs, you name it.
Mm-hmm.
A lot.
Okay. But you mentioned earlier that one thing that keeps a band going is getting constant gig for them. What other things do you do to manage your band?
One, you have to actually know how to market your band.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
If you don't know how to market your band or yourself, you will not get regular gigs. So you could be playing at just maybe a venue. Someone walks up to you, oh, I have this event coming up, so and so and so. Okay, when is your event? This day, this time. Okay, what do you want? I always like to interact with my clients because I don't want to impose on them. Someone could book you for a gig. He'll tell you, oh, I just want you to come and play 1 hour for me. But at the end of the day,
You end up playing
more than. And per the negotiations you have, the person can say, okay, I'm going to pay you X amount. And sometimes musicians, we like to play because we just love to play. But sometimes you have to actually be hard on your clients. Let them know you know what you are doing. You are not going to settle for, if you say it's an hour, it's an hour I'm playing for. So you should have standards you should work with.
okay.
And modes of payment. All these things are little things. If you should have an invoice, you have a receipt, they should see you as a professional. But unfortunately, some of these bands don't do these things.
Yeah.
And they don't get called as often as they should. Sometimes you see them when they go, they are dressed in a certain way. They
Presentation.
all these things are things that clients look out for.
Sure.
So if you want to be that premium band, you want to be that band that's always being called for a gig, these are things you have to put in place. If you don't do it, they see you as a regular person. You are not on time. They call you, say, oh, we are coming home. The bass player is there. The sound guy is not there. Sound guy is there. We are waiting for drama. The people are waiting.
That's very common with bands.
But some take it as it's normal.
It's normal. Band for the
Yeah. And with Urban Groove, no.
It's not allowed.
No, it's not. You are late. I give you a call. Where are you? If you are running late and I see it's not working, I call the closest person.
Okay.
There was this advice someone gave. He said, look, don't be afraid to fire and hire. That is one thing that most people are afraid of. The band leaders say, hey, Charlie, the keyboardist is good, and he's misbehaving. The drummer is good, he's misbehaving.
Probably they're scared that they might not get that kind of quality when it comes to playing.
You can, and these people won't always be there for you. A time will come, maybe my drummer might be on tour somewhere. I would have to get another person. How about that?
Okay.
A time will come, my keyboardist might not be feeling well. How about that? So we are always not going to be available. But we have to make sure that we get the work done. So what I do is I always scout. I have people sending me messages. Oh, I want to join your band. I want to join your band. I want to join. I play this. I sing. I do that. I say, okay. I go and look at them. And then I just put them in a certain corner. So just in case I need a keyboardist, I need a vocalist, I go to my archives. This person contacted me. I have a gig here. Are you up to the task? Oh, yes. I give you the songs. Can you do it within this time? We have rehearsal. And within that period of time, I'm looking for another option. Because I don't want to be caught off guard. And the worst thing that can happen to you is you being caught off guard. The person you thought, oh, he can deliver, he comes and then.
But again, don't you think you have people reaching out to you to be a part of your band simply because you've been able to build the band to a particular status, and now people want to be part of it? when you were starting, didn't you have a situation where you have to actually motivate your guys because things are not moving on as planned?
With the motivation, I always do that all the time. And to keep it going, you, the team leader, always have to bite the bullets. Because there are times, financially, whatever it is, sometimes I take there are times where there are no gigs, or a gig came in, maybe the payments, maybe it's check or something. I don't make my guys, I make them comfortable.
Okay.
So if you want to join, you can join, but you can't easily join like that. There's a premium you have to pay. Some of these guys were playing. I remember.
Oh, they have to pay?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
I remember my one of my keyboardists, Prince. He used to call me, Charlie, I want to play. Charlie, I want to join the band. I want to join the band. Like, are you sure you really want to do this? Oh yeah, you can do it. You can do it. It's okay. So there was a gig, and there was no keyboardist. So I was like, okay, let me try this guy out and see. So I gave him the songs, and then I called him over the week to check up. Charlie, have you done this? So he said, oh yeah, oh, even as I'm talking to him now, he's practicing and all of that. So okay, that's nice. On the day of the gig, the guy was so terrified he couldn't perform. I was so mad because it wasn't a big gig, but it was a venue. I was so mad. It was so much.
But you didn't rehearse?
We did.
And the rehearsal was good?
It was good. There was a difference between rehearsal
so
and then...
it was tensed, probably.
I don't even know what was wrong with it, because he did so well. Now, it got to the pay side. Now, the person who actually gave me the gig told me, look, the keyboardist didn't do well. So, I'm going to give you 5 CDs to give to him.
5 CDs?
Yes. Like, are you serious? I didn't even know how to even tell him, I'm giving you 5 CDs.
Yeah.
But I said he has to learn the hard way. Sometimes you have
Wow.
to, yes, you have to learn the hard way. So we shared his money. And then I gave him the 5 CD and I dropped him at La Paz.
How did he take it?
He was actually excited.
Okay, that means he knew he didn't do good.
Yes.
And he accepted. So that song is ready to learn.
That's it. And now, Prince has improved tremendously to the extent that now he's giving me pressure to learn. So he said, oh, Charlie, fireman, Charlie, this thing there, you know that. I said, praise you. So sometimes we meet and then we talk, and then when I bring up this thing, we laugh about it. But you have to be willing to do the job. See, no one will motivate you. Sometimes you have to motivate yourself.
But isn't it creative?
It is. It is. I know a number of people who have been doing music and it's lucrative.
Okay.
Very. If you look at this, what you call it, Sun Trophy. You're on tour. Imagine you were the backup or something.
Yeah, I'll be touring.
Yeah. You know, the whole like 6 months you're out of the country.
I'll be busy making money.
A lot.
But when you mount the stage to perform as Urban Groove, how do you entertain your audience? How do they accept it?
We have to, all the people who come to listen to you or who book you are expecting something. I, as a team leader, I read the crowd.
Okay.
So when we start, we have like 4 songs, random songs that we pick. If it's Afro, if it's R&B, if it's pop, we do a little bit of all of that, and then we look at the crowd reaction. Then when we realize that no, this crowd can relate to this kind of music, then we hit that side. So when we see them jumping, they're all excited and all of that, then we switch to a different genre and see how they react to it. If it goes well, fine. If it doesn't, we switch to the old.
Okay. Welcome back. In case you just joined us, it's still the Muse Talk, and I've been having a conversation with Chiku. Chiku is a bass player and a musician. Now, Chiku, we're talking about how the audiences accept your music. Now, I'm asking this because not a lot of people love live band music. So, how are you able to make someone who doesn't love live band music love it?
You interact with the person.
Mm-hmm.
There are various ways of interacting. Aside music, you can walk up to someone, pull the person, dance with the person, give the person a microphone. I know someone will say, no, I don't want to sing, I don't want to sing. But there and then he says, hey, Charlie's band, they are interactive. You just interact with the crowd.
Okay.
You shouldn't just, you are called to play a gig. You go, you play, you're done.
Mm-hmm.
Every band can do that.
Yeah, sure.
But not every band can interact.
Mm-hmm.
You should be able to connect with the audience.
Okay.
And our vocalist does that a lot. He's able to connect. Young, old, middle age, he will connect to you.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So, do you perform as Chiku, or you always perform with the band?
I always perform with the band.
So you're not a brand Chiku.
No.
Okay, you're always with the brand.
I'm always with the band.
So how are you able to? I've always wanted to ask this question: why we don't have a lot of bands playing international gigs?
Okay, so this is the truth. The few people who have been able to go international normally go with artists.
Okay.
And if you look at the trend, it's always the artist that will take the band.
Mm-hmm.
And most often, the artists don't even go with the bands.
Okay.
I can mention, aside Amache, Dede, Kojenchi, which other artist? Maybe Daddy Lumba.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, I'm not so sure. Every other artist who goes on tour goes alone. It's either they have their song, they've sent it to some DJ,
Okay.
they get there, and then the DJ will play, and then they mime, blah, 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 and then they're gone. It's recently that I realized that Sarkodie was trying to play with a band.
A band on tour.
Yes, on tour. And even that one, they rather prefer to get the band there.
Probably the money involved in transporting the
If you're
band.
a big artist.
She didn't think about the money.
No. I was on tour in France last 2 years. They booked all of us. They will book everybody to go. Bass player, you send your rider, you send they know the number of people coming. So you can't say the cost. You're not paying for it.
Okay.
You can't say a big artist like Burna Boy.
Mm-hmm.
Burna Boy has been booked to go outside, and then the those running the event will say, please, Burna Boy says, I'm coming my band, so please, no, we can't pay for it. It doesn't work.
It's not possible.
Internationally, they treat you as a professional. If they contact you, please, I want you to come and perform at my event or my festival or whatever. Okay, I will come. I'm coming with this number of people. Once they have contacted you, they will pay they will make it work.
Okay.
From your insurance to your health to all those things will be covered.
Mm-hmm. So a band playing internationally, are you always supposed to be invited, or you can actually apply to?
It's very, very dicey.
Okay.
It's two ways to it. Either you get a booking agent,
Mm-hmm.
or by some miraculous means, a band member goes and gets a strong contact there. Like maybe when I went, I was able to create contacts in Europe.
Okay.
So when I came back, I'm working on things.
You went as an individual?
I went with a band.
With a band?
Yes.
Different band, not Urban Group?
No, not Urban Group.
Okay.
So I went with Vili.
Okay.
Vili and the Extreme Volumes. So we went there and then we performed. I think Lipstick was also there. One Love Kobolo was also there on that tour. And Agove. There were quite a number of Ghanaian artists on that tour. So when I got there, I tried to create contact, like connect, talk to people. Just talk to people.
Mm-hmm.
And then I came back, we're still talking. So let's see what happens.
Okay.
But the thing is, sometimes when these bands go, I don't know how some of these musicians think. It's the way I want Urban Groove to be traveling internationally and be playing locally.
Mm-hmm.
That's just it.
That's just it.
Now the thing is, some people feel, I don't want to go with the band. Maybe they might run away. There are
Yeah, that is also there. Oh.
There are lots of factors. So people are feeling reluctant to go with a band because they feel, oh, maybe they will run away or someone will cause trouble or something. It's always like that. Like when we were in France, our drummer got himself into trouble.
Ooh.
Yes, he got COVID. Don't go here.
He went.
Don't do this. The ladies will call him, he's gone. You call him, he's gone somewhere with some white girl.
How are you able to deal with stubborn, instrumentalists? There's always one person there amongst your instrumentalists who is stubborn and gives you the headache. How do you deal with them?
See, sometimes they don't give you you never see the headache till there's an instance. That's where you see the headache. Sometimes to the headache, this guy, he's a pain.
Okay.
So it's either you kick him off and get someone else. But mostly some of the headaches come when there was a big opportunity. That's where you see the headache. Locally, yes, you can deal with it. But when it goes to another level, yeah.
But they say instrumental is a musuba. So when you keep kicking, won't you kick everybody out?
The job has to go on.
When you perform internationally, how would you compare the feel to performing locally here?
It's amazing.
Tell me about it.
So where we performed was more like a white community.
Okay.
You rarely see blacks around. And for you to be picked from Africa, Ghana, to come to Europe to perform, they see you as a very big act.
Okay.
So they see you, they were like, oh yeah, maybe you have your African stuff. They're just excited. And that's one thing I like about the whites or Europe. They appreciate everything.
Yeah.
Everything. If you are a dancer, if you sing, you act, you drive, whatever art you are into, they appreciate it. And they relate to you very well. But over here,
we don't even.
Yeah. Someone is done.
But how do the music industry, how do they appreciate live band? Do they even recognize live band as music or something?
They do. Recently, like lately, there are people
like, for instance, music or something.
Well, they have a lot of work to do because trust me, Musica should actually have a database of musicians and bands, and they should be the ones even doing their recommendations to festivals out there. They're not doing it. Look, there are good bands in Ghana. Trust me. If I'm not playing, sometimes I go just listen. There are good bands out there, but they don't have anybody.
Wow.
Musica is not doing anything. They are not doing anything. And right now, they've channeled all. When you say music in Ghana right now, music is supposed to be an artist who is singing and miming. That is our current definition of music. Here now. Because when you say, hey, I'm sure maybe it should be rapaholic, or it should be this, or it should be that, it's the artist, but us in the band, no. So I was really happy when Santrophy, they are going as an artist band. And the thing is, these artists and acts that we are talking about came from either the church or were affiliated to a band at a certain time before they became the artists that they are today. But we don't recognize that the pots is the band. The content in there is the artist. If the pot is not solid, you can't cook.
These days I really appreciate live band, because at first, the only place you see live band is some rich man's funeral. Then they come and sing those really sad songs. So it's really interesting to see how now live band, you can actually have live band at a happy event and you're playing and you're having fun. So do you have like a community where you interact with each other, or it's individual bands?
There's a community, there are WhatsApp group. There's a WhatsApp group I'm part of. It's called Musicians in Ghana. and they share great ideas. They give recommendations, link up.
Are you a part of that?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I am. But at the end of the day, if you're a band or you have a band and you're a band leader, you're a team leader, as I say, you have to bite the bullets. You have to go the extra mile to make it work. I'm always thinking about the team, Charlie, the next gig, the next thing we are doing. You always have to be on top of your game. No, the band leaders, are just there. When the gigs come, it's come. If it doesn't come, they are there. They don't care.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm always fighting with my team at little things that they do. It's not that I want to fight with them, but I want to keep them on their toes.
Okay.
And this is where I feel this is how I have to nurture them, the next generation, because they might not be with me forever. They might also move to another level. Because before I started the whole band, I was with another band. We were three, or just three. So keyboard, sax, and then bass. So the keyboardist has programmed his beats. Eja, he has his beats on his keyboard. He punches it, and then Prosper is on sax. He's singing and then playing the sax. That's how I started.
Mm-hmm. Do you think there's future for bands in Ghana, or very soon everything will be recorded music and that's it? Because probably people might not be willing to pay so much for a group of people to come entertain them when they can just get a DJ to DJ at their event.
There's a future for it, for live band. I mean, we just have to know how we make it work.
Okay.
The DJs are there, yeah. Even right now, bands play with DJs.
Okay.
Yes.
How do they blend?
They have the stem. So my sound engineer is also a DJ.
Okay.
So there was a session, we have them at piano, he punches it in, and then the drummer, and then I don't normally play when that session, but there was the drummer, there's a keyboardist, and then there was a vocalist. And then they are doing amapiano with the DJ. So you can actually merge these two things together.
That would be beautiful.
Yeah, you should pass by.
Where do you normally play?
Zen Garden every Friday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm used to the Wednesday sessions.
Oh, you should try the Friday.
The Friday.
Hey,
so you're not just a bass player, you're a musician as well.
Yes.
As in vocals.
Yes.
You sing something for me.
No.
Please, come on, let's go. No.
Today is interview day, not singing day. If you want to see me sing, come over on Friday.
On Friday.
Yeah,
okay. So earlier you mentioned that you started music started for you by playing keyboard in church. Do you still play in church?
Yes, I do.
You have the time to?
Yes.
Okay.
Because God gave me this talent. I mean, I always say that when God created all of us, He deposited something in everyone. Someone is good at marketing. Someone is good at communication. Someone is good playing whatever. So, in as much as we go about our daily lives, we have to still recognize that God gave us this talent. God gave us this job. Give Him that reverence. Go and thank Him. There have been times I go and do gigs, like 2 days, 3 days. If I know I have to be in church on Sunday, wherever I am, I will drive and come.
Now, what if you're supposed to play the gig during church hours?
Then I won't take the gig. I'll let someone go.
Wait. So when you have to play a gig on Sunday at 9 a.m., you will not take the gig because of church?
Yeah.
Okay, you are a different kind. Because I know people will be like, oh, that gig now, by Sunday. They'll play it. Why do you do that?
I was brought up in a very strong Christian home.
Okay.
And in as much as I go about my activities, what is supposed to be given to God, you give it to Him. Now, if you don't give what is supposed to be given to God, and then you say, oh yeah, God, yeah, He understands.
But He gave you the talent.
The time will come. He will put you in a box, and then we would see if you call Him, He would answer. He won't mind you, because out of 7 days, 1 day, and even you are in church for how long? Why can't you tell the client, I have to go to church? You should have your standards. I have my standards. The band has the standards. So if there's a gig on Sunday morning, tell you no, we can't do Sunday. If you want us to play, at 9 o'clock, I'll tell you no, we can do 1 o'clock. Does it work with you? Yes, it works with me. No, it doesn't work with me. Case closed.
But church, it's a building, right? You can still have church in the quietness of yourself and still say a prayer and serve God, right?
Yes, you can.
But you choose to go to church. That's understandable.
You see, as a musician, people come to church heartbroken. People have problems. People have troubles. They are coming to pray to God. You're a keyboardist, you're a bass player. You play your keyboard, for all you know, maybe the chords that you play will touch someone's heart and heal that person's broken heart. And then you decide to go and play a gig. And God has sent this person, you know what? Go here. This is how I want you to receive your healing. And the person who is supposed to give you that healing touch by playing is not there. You think God would be nice with you?
No.
Good.
So you play other songs aside gospel when you're outside.
Yeah.
How does your church community accept that you play other songs aside gospel songs outside and then come to church and then play at church? You know why I'm asking. I mean, I'm sure you can relate to why I'm asking that question.
Yeah.
Because Christians have a kind of notion. So I don't know how they accept you being at church playing and then playing outside as well.
So before my previous church that I was in, previous churches, they see you to be a devil by playing out there.
Yeah. But
these people work in banks. These people do other work that are they say our work is what is one friend said that there's a word they always use.
Instrumentalist?
No, there's a word they use when you play outside. Secular. It says secular. You play secular. But I'm asking, your job that you're doing, is it Christian or it's secular? Because clearly it's not. You don't go do evangelism. You're doing mathematics.
Doing other things.
You're calling. You're cutting some deals here and there. You're trying to. So
you're lying to your boss here and there.
So what's the difference? Or because I play some kind of music that has some words, love words in there, and then you think, oh no. I had that issue with my previous churches. He said, no, I've gone outside the covering of God.
So you can play.
Then I should stop and play in the church. And this was a place that I didn't have much support there. Starting as a young guy, I mean, I just wanted to play music. Yes, they helped me. They built me. I always say that they built me very well because that was where I actually started to learn good gospel chords. And I was playing like foreign songs, hardcore foreign songs. I always am grateful to that church. But they just saw the church side. And it wasn't as if they were even paying to. They were not paying. So man has to survive.
Yeah.
But with my current church, oh my goodness, some of them even come to my venue and watch me play.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's so exciting. Yeah, IPC, church, Pastor Nathan, and they are so lovely. Yeah.
So when you're performing as a musician, you perform under the brand name Chiku?
No, Urban Groove.
Even when you're performing as a singer?
Urban Groove. Okay,
so you do vocals for the band? Yes, band. I do. Okay, I really want to hear you sing. You should come over. So you can give me something small today. Just 2 lines.
Like, okay, which song do you?
Any song. Anything.
We are releasing our EP very soon. Maybe you should come in.
I will come.
Yes, you should.
Tease us a little bit so that we come.
Hello, barman. I want chop something. Give me some shots. What do you want? Just a bit.
Okay.
You should come. You should come.
I will. When is it?
It's on the 14th of April.
14th of April?
Yes, it's a Friday.
At Zen Garden?
Yes.
I'll be there. I'll be there. Okay.
If you want to see me sing and
in your groove.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be there. So when someone a novice, wants to start a band, what should he look out for? What are the red flags? How can he put a band together?
First of all, you have to be part of a band to start a band.
Oh, you have to be part of a band
To start a band.
Okay.
Because there are some ethics in there that you wouldn't know. If you start a band, you can start a band, but you see, at the end of the day, you're facing problems. But if you're part of a band, or you've been part of a band, you would know the loopholes, the challenges, the troubles that they face. So when you are starting your band, you know how to start it.
Okay.
You know the kind of people to look out for. You know what you are looking for. First of all, you have to ask yourself, what kind of band do I want to start? Pop band, R&B band, high life band, Afrobeats band. Ask yourself, what kind of band am I starting? When you get that, look for a target audience. Because every genre of music has
Their target
audience. There are some hotels, when you go, it has to be, we call them hotel reps.
Okay.
You can't go and be playing some reggae, hard culture, one stone. No.
Why? Maybe your target audience are there.
You are playing the hotel, it's a lounge. This is a very small lounge with a couple of people eating, and you want to
Okay.
play culture, hardcore. No. No. No.
What if you have one or two people sitting there eating and they're like, okay, we like it, but we're just eating today, but we like it.
So they'll eat today, tomorrow is different set of people that are coming there. So if you have been able to provide the service for them, how about the next people that are coming? They won't like it. So you have to, all these things you have to know. And if you're not part of a band, or you haven't been part of a band, you wouldn't know these things. You play in hotels, lounge, venues. There are some venues, everything goes.
Okay.
Everything. You have reggae people there, pop, R&B, but there are some people, it's just R&B. Hotels like this, you have these white people coming, the airline cabin crew, come and sit down, having lunch, and then you want to play what? Play a song they can relate to.
But isn't that difficult to be in front of a crowd and just get to know what kind of song these people want or like? I feel it'd be a very difficult thing, because when you just see me sitting, how would you know the kind of song I want to hear? You would have to try one or two to know.
Exactly.
So after you try one or two, and you still not gotten the kind of song that I like, you
And
keep going.
I'll leave you, because I've tried all my options. Yeah, I've tried all my options. I've played country, I've played pop, I've played R&B, I've played hip hop, hip life, high life.
You still didn't get.
You are still not moved.
Maybe I want cools.
I've played it too. You are not moved. I remember on Friday. So last week Friday, last week Saturday we played on Saturday. There were, I think, over the weekend, lots of people graduated.
Yes.
So we had lots of people coming to enjoy the music. Now there were a set of ladies who were about 6 or 7. And they were very selective about where they wanted to sit. So I told Obed, my keyboardist, that these people, there will be trouble, but they lie. But Obed was like, on my. So I pointed, I'm like, okay, let's see what happens. So we started to play. Sitting down, just pressing their phones. So I walked up to Obed and was like, Charlie, and I said, then suddenly we switched to, I think it was Hip Life. And one of the ladies stood up.
Okay.
Then we played Angelina. Hey, then all of them they climbed the stage. Exactly. So you have to, there are songs that will keep people moving. What we normally do is we go for old signature songs. Songs like Angelina, songs like Kwade. Yeah, come up. There are some songs that
will hit you whether you like it or not.
You rarely hear them on radio. But if you play the regular radio, he hears it all, he or she hears it all the time. But when you go for the old ones, you say, hey Charlie, this song when it came, I was in JHS, or I was here. That's what will hit people. So you have to know, as a band, as a team, as a vocalist, you know the songs you sing to touch the hearts of whoever is listening to you.
But have you guys ever played a gig and felt very discouraged?
Yes.
What happened? Tell me.
So we started a gig and we tried. Oh, well, that time we were not as experienced as we are now. So we started playing. We normally had a routine. So we start with cools, and we move to small reggae. Then we go to. It was a very weird way to start. We started playing cools R&B. People were just sitting down. We did R&B for almost like an hour. We went to reggae. These people know, hey Charlie, what they happen? Then you even have people Charlie, and I felt so like at that point you wish you could just disappear because they're just looking at you and then say these people are just jokes. You see, they just take their bags, they are gone. Like, oh my goodness.
We feel like disappearing from the stage.
Charlie, when you have waiters or people walking up, Charlie, then you can't play. You can't play. Hey, Charlie, what's happening? So I sat down like, no, Charlie, this thing shouldn't happen again. So we went back to the drawing board and make sure that we had a long list of repertoire. We had long hours of rehearsal. So now we started, we pick from here, we pick from here, pick from here, we pick from here. And then we noticed that, hey, Charlie, it happen. Then we will reshuffle. Pick from here, pick from here, pick from here. Now we are masters.
But must you know every song?
Yes, you should.
How is that possible?
Well, that's why you're a musician.
So you know every song?
No, not every song.
Exactly.
But at least I can play some songs that we Ghanaians know. Ghanaian songs when it comes to Ghanaian songs. When it comes to the foreign songs, yes, there are some songs I know. I've learned quite a number of songs.
Okay.
So,
but what if you were playing and someone requests for a song and you don't know how to sing it? What do you do? You just tell them I don't know how to sing it.
I don't know how to sing.
Is that not bad for the band?
What do you want to do?
No. Yeah. I feel it's bad for the band.
What do you want me to do? I don't know it. Okay, next week we'll learn it. So next week
we'll sing it for you. I get it. What do you have to tell creatives in general? People actually want to do this, but they are not encouraged enough. They don't have families that encourage them enough. They don't have friends, but the desire and the passion is there. What do you have to tell them?
Believe in yourself. Just believe in. For instance, I just knew I wanted to do this, and in as much as it came with challenges, it came with disappointments, I still held my head up. So it's not easy. It's not easy. If you want to do it and you have decided to do it, do it. Make sure you connect with the right people. You go to the right people. Go to the right venues. You have to know your stuff well. Whatever you want to do your research. Just believe in yourself. One day will pay. It's not gonna just happen overnight. Like no, it won't happen.
Do you think it's the best decision you ever made?
It's the best. In my next life,
you do it again.
I will do it again.
Okay. How do we reach out to you? Your socials.
Okay, so we're on Instagram. We're on Instagram, Urban Groove. We're on Twitter, Urban Groove. Everywhere is Urban Groove. Either Urban Groove or the Urban Groove. You find us everywhere on all social media platforms.
Thank you so much, Chiku. Thank you for coming by, and I had a really interesting conversation with you, even though you didn't make me touch your hair.
Okay, now you can touch.
Okay, so I'm done. I'm okay. Thank you so much for staying with us on the Muse Talk. I had a very interesting conversation with Chiku. You can reach out to Chiku in case you need a band to grace your occasion, add a spice to your occasion. They are your people. Just reach out to them and they will entertain you and your guest. This episode was brought to you by Nino Art. Nino Art provided this beautiful t-shirt of mine with my face nicely printed on it. So if you need something like this, or you need pencil art and pen art, anything else to do with art, just reach out to them and they will sort you out. Do not forget to like, comment, share, and do not forget to subscribe. My name is Gadede Akusibifia. Bye-bye.